everyone! Today I'm going to be doing my January 2025 TBR, just going over all of the books that I plan on reading in the month of January. The first book that I plan on reading in January is The Christmas Tree Farm. I'm currently like 15% of the way through this. I want to read it as close to Christmas as I can. I know that it's past, I know that it's already done, but I know that I'm not going to want to read it in March when the next one comes out. It shouldn't take me too long. It's a very short book, but I love interconnected standalone series. This one honestly isn't my favorite. This is the third book in the Pumpkin Spice Cafe little series. Didn't love the first two. Seems like a very predictable book. The first two are pretty predictable, but overall I am excited to be caught up with the series and be prepped and ready for book 4 to come out in March. Next book I am also in the middle of is The Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare. I'm currently in the middle of my Shadowhunter reread. I've read most of Cassandra Clare's books, but stopped reading them after Lady Midnight. So I've read Lady Midnight, but I haven't read anything past that. And I really wanted to get the full picture, full story again. So I'm reading them in publication order. I've already read the whole Mortal Instruments series and the Infernal Devices series. Now I'm on the short story anthologies. I don't love anthologies typically just because they feel kind of rushed. I don't love short stories, but just wanted to, again, continue publication order, get this one out of the way. The next book on my TBR is in the same vein of The Bane Chronicles, and this one is Tales from the Shadowhunter Academy. This one follows Simon. I don't want to say too much just because it does kind of spoil some of the other stuff in the previous books, but this is just the next one up. Again, this one's also short stories, not my favorite. Moving on. The next one I have on loan from Libby. It's already loaded onto my Kindle, and it's Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. So we're just getting them all out of the way. But this one follows Emma and Julian, and they're at the Los Angeles Institute. I love this book. I've read this one twice. I love these characters. This is the one that I've been the most excited to read just because I love Emma and Julian. It's been so fun seeing them like throughout the story arc of the Mortal Instruments, getting to know them a little bit like when they were younger. I'm so excited to get to this one. This is one of my favorite books from the Shadowhunter series so far. After this one, they'll all be new, and I'm so excited for that feeling again. It's been so long since I've read a Cassandra Clare book for the first time. I already have Lord of Shadows and Queen of Air and Darkness already ready for Libby. I'm doing like the suspend for 7 days or deliver later or whatever. I don't know if I'll get to them in January just because I do have lots of books on my TBR, but I'm so excited for Lady Midnight. The next book is also going to be a reread of one of my favorite books, and that's Fourth Wing. So Onyx Storm comes out at the end of this month, so I am planning on rereading Fourth Wing and also Iron Flame. I really love these books. These are both the special editions. I will not be reading these copies. I have the Kindle copies, and I pre-ordered the Onyx Storm special edition, so that will get here on release day, but I will also be buying the Kindle edition. But if you don't know, I don't know how you wouldn't at this point. Fourth Wing follows Violet and Xaden. They go to a war college. There's dragons, there's romance, there's fun like powers that are signets. I'm really excited to reread these and then also read Onyx Storm. I'm hoping to get that one done a few days-ish to a week after release day. I love the hype of new releases. I love reading them as soon as they come out. So that's my plan. I'm going to be rereading Fourth Wing, Iron Flame, and then reading Onyx Storm. The next book is a book club pick, and it's The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. I surprisingly haven't read this one. I've read a lot of Freida McFadden. I listen to a lot of audiobooks. They come up on Libby pretty often. I love that all of her books are on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm going to be reading this one. Honestly, I don't really even know what it's about, so can't really give a synopsis. I just know that it's like her most popular book, so I'm for sure gonna read at least the first one, potentially the rest of the series. We'll see. The next book is also another book club pick, and it's One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I'm so excited to read this duology. I'm for sure gonna read the first book. Hopefully we'll read just the duology. It's just 2 books. I already have them on my Kindle. I'm excited. I don't know a ton about this one either. I typically go into my books pretty blindly, but I know that this one's fantasy. It's like dealing with tarot cards and some sort of magic revolving around that, or not even tarot cards, some sort of cards and magic. Next up is my one nonfiction for the month. I'm hopefully going to be reading at least one nonfiction book per month for the whole year, just to get something that's not fantasy romance in my brain. I think that'll probably be good for me. This one is called Feel Good Productivity. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, the author's name, but he has a YouTube channel. He does a lot of self-development, business related content. I love his channel. I think he's a great content creator, so I'm interested to see what his book is like. I love the idea of productivity and getting a plan out for everything, having everything in line. I think this one will help with that. I wrote out my whole list of my goals for 2025. I think the principles from his book will translate very well to getting those completed. Next is also continuing a series slash starting a new series, but it's The Grandest Game by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I read the Inheritance Game series and then the Hawthorne Brothers or Hawthorne Legacy, whatever it's called, and I enjoyed them. And the next one out that's like in the same world, I think it follows Avery and the Hawthorne Brothers again. I think she starts the game now, if I'm remembering correctly. Again, I don't know a ton about it, but I think it'll be good. I like the first books or the previous series enough that I'm interested in continuing, and this will kind of tick down some more of my series. Finally, I really want to read Reign of Shadows and Endings. I saw Emmy raving about this in one of her vlogs, so I saw it on her Goodreads as well. She loved it, and she's like queen of fantasy romance vibe. I know that they're like very dark fantasy, so I think it'll be like a new genre for me. I don't really read like dark romance at all. I like harder hitting topics in fantasy books especially, and these are all in Kindle Unlimited, so I'm hoping to read at least the first one, if not like the first 3 that are out. I think book 4 comes out in like October or November of this year, so it would be nice to get like prepped and ready and up to date with that one. But I've been craving a new fantasy series, so I think that this is the one that I'm gonna go to. I don't know anything about it other than they're fairies and some very dark themes, so we'll see how that goes. Overall, that is my full January TBR. I'm hoping to do some reading vlogs, then you guys can see my thoughts on them as well. So if you're interested in seeing my thoughts, feel free to subscribe and come back for more later. It's been something that I've been dreaming of for a long time, and I'm finally just doing it. I think that that's kind of the main thing. So this is one of my 2025 goals. I have lots planned for this year. I hope that you do as well. If you would like to comment some of your January TBR books, something that you're planning on reading in the month, if you're reading any of the same books that I am, I would love to talk about them in the comments. With that, hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!